Well, uh, I guess I need to start over again. You haven't had any of the information transferred to you?
It says here that Memo is reporting about the buyer and seller, but it's not showing out that there is a shield bidding happening to it.
Okay, yeah, it could be shill bidding, could be feedback inflation, whatever it is. It's more than suspicious. It's something that before I ever use eBay again, and before I don't make this public, I'm going to need some explanation, because this is over the top, absolutely just unacceptable, to the point of ridiculousness. It's unacceptable. So here, I will give you an item number here, for an item that was purchased by a eBay user buyer in question. This is not, there are no selling transactions with this eBay user. The item number is 160-872-005-622.
Is it for 1975 Bahamas circulated estimate?
That is correct.
So what happened to this item here? Hello?
Yeah. Oh, you're asking me. That sounded like a statement. That didn't sound like a question.
I'm sorry. Now what happened?
Well, okay. I want you to take a look at the description photo, and look carefully at the picture on the lower right-hand corner. You can see that the card has a fold in it where it left a white mark on the. Okay, and then you can see a little bit of scratches on the lower left bottom also. Okay. Now, okay, you've identified that item, at least the picture, is very unique. Now, item number 150-952.
I'm sorry, 150-952.
880-536.
Alright. It's for, the same.
Yeah. Surprise.
Same thing, same seller. But the other one is still active, and this one, and the other one that you told me.
The one ending in 536 is up for buy it now, 125, or best offer. And apparently 2005 Behart, quite a while back, has already made a $65 offer that was accepted. The item was sold and shipped and feedback exchanged on that exact item. It's supposed to be in 2005 Behart's hands, not in the collector's hands. And I'm just pointing out an example of a transaction. But if you look at the overall feedback score of 2005 Behart, they show a 270 feedback score. But if you go on their page, there are well over 1,000 feedback transactions listed. I would like some sort of explanation how those numbers can be so far apart. And also, I would like some sort of explanation how this person could have that high of a percentage of retractions without just putting up some red flags. And I'd also like to know why it's so hard for an average user like me to make that connection between retractions and overall bid score or overall feedback score. Because even though this person isn't a seller, they're just strictly a buyer, there's very obviously some real shady goings on here. I mean, it's definitely, there's thousands of dollars worth of coins being apparently exchanged, but then again, apparently not, because we have a massive number of retractions, and I'm making a specific example of a single item here that is obviously there's some sort of lie happening here, because here we have the same exact item that has been on the eBay records as sold, shipped, feedback exchanged, yet the same seller has the exact same item for sale. I need an explanation how this can occur.
Alright, so you want an explanation into what really happened in here?
Yeah, I want to know how the user 2005 Beehart can have that show a 270 feedback score, but you go on to his page, and well, let me do it here. I'm sure you can do it just as easy as I can. But if I go on to his page, now I'm just going to open another tab here. Give me another couple seconds here. Got him in my saved sellers. And there he is, and I'm clicking on his user page. Okay. Feedback score 270. Okay. See all feedback. And let's see. 1,052 feedback received. Yep, this user has a 270 rating. That's it. Right next to his username, it says 270. Yet, if I look in his feedback received records, it's 1,052. And I would in no way have known that this user has somewhere in the neighborhood of 160 retractions in the last, 6 months. God knows how many there have been in the last, since 2005, since this person began as this registered user. How many total retractions out of all of these? Now, is that, this just makes no sense to me. And like I said, because of these numbers, they're just so contradictory and so off. I would like to have an explanation. How it's even possible for those numbers to be so contradictory.
I understand that. Okay, here's the thing. I think what you're saying right now is that this person, both buyer and seller, is just one identity.
Possible. That's a possibility. Hey, ding, possibility, huh?
But then, sure, I found out, while you're discussing things to me while ago, that they still have the same address.
Right. So, and like I said, this is just an example. I'm focusing on one single example. I've got a whole bunch of users saved in my saved sellers list, and I haven't even really looked into them yet. But I do see suspicious activity. Like I said, I just wanted to focus on one for now that's really outstanding. This is just there's no. I find it hard to accept that there's going to be any reasonable, rational, up and up explanation that this user is on the up and up. Okay, honest. The real deal. all I see is deception here. Why is it? How the amount of retractions alone should, any eBay user that has that high percentage of retractions, there should be something in place, automated on eBay, that just rings a bell at the main office and says, take a look at this user. This user is just, most, over half of their total transactions are being retracted. How do they get away with that? It's not the easiest thing to go through a retraction process when you've already, committed to a bid. You've got to have some sort of okay by eBay, or you've got to have some sort of okay by the the user you're transacting with. I've had to do it before. I had to retract a transaction with a China seller because I thought I was working strictly within North America, but I didn't realize my search restrictions had changed. And I ended up making a purchase from China, and once I realized it was from China, I retracted it. And it was all done between me and the seller.
Yes. So here's the thing, Don, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to report this, I mean, this particular seller, you should be able to report this one through report the item.
Uh-huh.
Okay? And you don't have to do that.
Well, I've already done that. And that, that's the thing. I did that several weeks ago, and I keep on going back, and I'm looking, and I'm seeing the same user continuing on the same path. He's making so-called purchases, and as these purchases go on, I keep on watching the retraction numbers just ting 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 ting. I mean, just yesterday this guy's retraction number was like 154. And I don't know if you have the ability to look at 2005 Behart's retractions, but it's probably up over 160 by now. In just one day, he's already done like 6 retractions. And and you're just going to let that keep going, and we're going to investigate this. You be sure that we're going to investigate this, but no, we're not going to get back to you and let you know about any follow-up. So like I said, I'm not going to make this phone call again if I am not given some sort of rational explanation of how this can occur. I'm going to report it, and I'm going to report it to the highest authorities, because this is on the order of a federal offense. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You look at these transactions of coins, and look at the thousands of dollars that are so-called taking place.
All right, here's the thing, Don, okay? I've already talked to one of our account specialists, and he should be able to discuss things further about this. Because at the moment, sure, I cannot report them, or I cannot walk in your account to report them, because you don't have a transaction with the seller. I know we can do it for like eBay here, but then the reason we can do it is you let me talk to our account specialist and discuss it over to them.
Okay, I thought that's who I was talking to. I asked to speak to somebody who can explain this to me. Okay, I'll wait one more time. If I don't get a rational explanation this time, I am going to report it, and it's going to be big news, because this ain't no little deal.
I understand you.
Yeah, I don't know if you understand. Give me an expert. Give me your top-of-the-line expert that can explain this to me, please.